We live? Well, let's do it. DEG. Granddaughter. 430 in the building. Yeah. Big game, we talk that. Made a path, we walk that. Skills max, streets got a bag, that's a real win. Never lost that, this dead end gaming. You know how we do. BZ and the granddad. That's player one, that's player two. New, we gon' talk about it. Review, we gon' talk about it. PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, we gon' talk about it. Can't forget that PC. Best around this web B. Special guest from 9/11 right up out that family tree. We got it. Sonic's traveling real fast. Leveled up, but we the final boss. So else to go with this podcast. It's dead end gaming. Finna hit the mark. On point like the sharpest dart. If you tuned in, just know you smart. Press start.
What up? The hardest intro ever in podcasts of all time. Nobody has the podcast intro harder than that. I don't care what nobody say. As always, man, thank you guys listening. Thank you guys for watching. You are listening to Dead End Gaming episode 230. 230. Of course, I'm not by myself. I am just half of the crew right now. But with me to complete that half, Granddad Willie.
Granddaughter, 1,000 hours. What we throw out now? B got beats. You know we do. And I'm gonna take some eventually.
I'm gonna take some eventually. Hey, y'all heard the man. He said he gonna take them eventually. But yes, Deogen. Yeah, shots fired it's mics that don't have an intro as hard as this. Shout out the name tag. Shout out the name tag. You know what I'm saying?
We got you, brother. We got you.
We got it.
Ain't nothing you can do about it. Ain't nothing you can do.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta go back in the lab, bro.
Gotta go back. Gotta go back in the lab.
I'm going back, bro. We can go back.
You know what I'm saying?
Go bar for bar with these intros if you want, bro.
We really can. You know what I'm saying? Of course, this is a 2-part episode. So the first part you're getting, wherever you get your podcast on this Friday. This will be uploaded on Friday, or if you watch it on YouTube. First part we're going to be talking about the First Workers Union, Game Informer. It's back. After being canned, I think like about a year and a half ago, they're back now. We're gonna also talk about and kind of reminisce on God of War 20. Can you believe it's been 20 years?
20 years.
God of War 20 years, bro. That's wild. That is so wild. So 20 years of God of War. Nintendo Switch is gonna have a 3-phase launch coming up and a plan for its game. So we're gonna talk about that. And then what was the other one? The WB Games reportedly working on a crossover kart racer. LB Games. Yeah, they're gonna be working on a crossover kart racer.
No, they not. They were supposed to, but they not.
They were supposed to,
but they not. Okay, we'll talk about these trash ass, loser ass, bum ass, and then, disappointing ass motherfuckers. And
then part 2. We are of course, since in the spirit of March, March Madness, all that stuff, brackets. We are doing another bracket, and this is the most iconic weapons in gaming bracket. Mm-hmm. So, Granddad put this together: 16 of the 32. Most iconic weapons. 32. I only see 16 on here.
It's a thick one.
Oh, hey, I see it. My bad. I forgot to scroll down.
You gotta scroll down.
Yeah. So we got 32 of the most iconic weapons in gaming, bruh. Mm. So let me tell you something. This is about to be insane. I am so interested what's going to make the championship. What's going to be the 2 weapons that's going to make the finals. I can't wait till we get to that part. But to kick it off, of course, we're going to talk about the games that we played. So, Granddad, what games you been playing?
I only played one game, y'all, because I've been working. And if you didn't know, we talked about it last podcast. T1000 has dropped. And if my game don't my clip want to load, because you know how it be. Hold on, let me make sure we good. Let me make sure we good in the hood.
Make sure we good in the hood.
Hold on. I don't like it. It's looking musty right now. I ain't gonna hold you. It's looking musty.
Your video looking musty?
It's looking musty right now. Hold on. Here we go. All right. Anyway, T1000 dropped, y'all. Okay, don't mind me getting my ass whooped right there. That was just temporary. But yo, T1000 dropped. I got a little work with them. So as I'm playing, T-1000.
Type of outfit that man got on.
All right, that's the John Claude Van Damme, Johnny Cage.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so T-1000. So he's the latest and the final DLC character in the Chaos Reigns comic pack. Also, there go Madame Bo, if you don't know. That's the cameo. So moveset wise, he's got all the moves of the Terminator. He's got the liquid metal moves. You see me sliding across the ground, doing what I got to do. All right. You know, he tried to hit his fatal blow. He missed because he trashed. All right. And then
he said because he trash.
You know, there we go right there. First round. That's me. But yeah, he's very technical. T-1000 is a very technical character. A lot of juggles. His combos aren't super like easy to get into, but once you get used to them, they do a lot of damage. So, I mean, he's good. I need more time with him though. I found myself being more easier to grab onto or learn Conan than T-1000, but I understand why he would be so technical. But like I said, I like his armor move, the advancing gun move that I just showed. He's got a lot of pop-ups. Just a good, well-rounded, solid character. So yeah, definitely a great addition to the game. He fits in perfectly well. I'm trying to think of what he reminds me of. So some of his moves remind me of Cabal. He's got like Cabal mixed with Glacius, mixed with.
And you mess with Cabal. That was your guy.
Exactly. So it's a lot of like a little bit of things I've seen. They go Madame Bo with the slipper, with the chancla. All right. And it's just a dope character. And I love the callbacks that he does. And I also, let me see. Yeah. He thought he had me. He thought bow with the blicky, with the look, just
he said he thought
to 9 millimeters to the face. And then here's the fatality, classic callback. If you've seen Terminator 2, you should know this scene.
Classic.
That's dope. That's fine.
You put that bad boy off too.
Yeah. And then the walk off, just like in the movie. Like it's crazy how they just get things down to the T. But yeah, it's
We live?
Shut up.
Well, let's do it.
Well, what happened?
Intro played again. My bad. It is a fire. But no. But yeah. So yeah, there's T-1000, and yeah, he's a good character. So I need more time with him. But I only played a couple rounds with him. But I'm gonna see if I can get some more time in with him. But yeah, that's all that I played. I thought I was gonna play a little Elden Ring, but I didn't get time to sit and play with it. But I want to get back to that too. And of course, me and B were supposed to play Split Fiction last weekend, but work and life was life, and so we didn't get to do that. So we're gonna try to get that done for y'all next week. It's not an April Fool's joke, y'all. I'm serious.
Yeah, because this definitely April 1st next Tuesday.
Yeah. But that's pretty much it. B, I remember you telling me you was on a little bit of expedition yourself, so gaming was not.
Yeah, I was out in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, with my Detroit homies. Who's our yearly cabin trip, our getaway cabin trip. Kick it, watching March Madness games. Drinking, smoking, eating, grilling all day, every day, all that stuff, man. So it was a good time. Smoking cigars. You know what I'm saying? It was a great time. It was a great time, man. So
doing a lot of grown.
Yeah, so I didn't get time to really sit and play in game. I definitely wanted to play some more of Hogwarts Legacy, and I wanted to still get down on some that Tomb Raider as well too. So, but I don't know, y'all. I might be getting up on this Assassin's Creed Shadows, man. I keep hearing and seeing great things about this game, so that might be something next that I might be playing next time we do our podcast. But yes, definitely we are going to play Split Fiction next Tuesday for gaming week. That's going to be so much fun. I can't wait. But yeah, I have no footage, don't have a lot of game. Didn't even get a chance to play my PJ golf. Like I was out like Granddad said, just out enjoying grown man stuff, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, sometimes you gotta do that. Sometimes the game's gonna be there. The games ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
But
yeah, man.
Speaking of not going nowhere, you know who ain't going nowhere? Right. These video game workers, because they unionized. They said we shall overcome. So it is official, y'all. The first.
I think that's a good thing.
It is a good thing.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're right. You're right. I'm not mad. Look. That's a very good thing because this is long overdue, but it is now official that the first North American industry-wide union has been created from former video game workers, and it is a union with the Communication Workers of America. So this is something that's been talked about, requested, needed in the industry for a very long time, is unionization. Because with all of these companies, hiring and then laying off people, laying off all divisions, and there's no real security in the gaming, space as far as people who are working in this space. This is a very much needed situation to protect workers. A lot of industries have unions, and I don't see why the video game industry shouldn't have a union as well, just to protect its workers. But basically, it says today a group of cross-discipline video game workers have announced the first ever direct join industry-wide union in North America, known as the United Video Game Workers, or the UVW. All right, organizing with Communication Workers of America. So UVW and CWA is a direct organization, meaning that the video game industry worker in the U.S. or Canada working as an artist, a writer, designer, QA tester, or a programmer can join, regardless of whether they are freelance or full-time, or whether or not the workers are, or whether or not other workers at their company have joined. Okay, so you can join this union if you are part of a company, if you own your own, you're an indie person, as long as you fit the requirements, you in there, you can join. In a press release, the UVW-CWA shared its mission to not only build community and solidarity amongst video game workers, but also build large-scale education campaigns about labor organizations in the video game industry. This group's first issue campaign will focus on the recent tide of industry mass layoffs, with workers planning to share around a petition at the Game Developers Conference addressing this issue. That's amazing. That's great. That's the first thing that I was hoping that they would take care of or focus on, and it's these layoffs and making sure that people's jobs are secure. So I'm loving this. I'm loving this. I'm super, super proud of these people, these workers who made this partnership up and are looking out for the people who are working in the industry in the US and Canada. And I hope that this not only works, but it grows and it gets bigger, and this union serves its purpose as it should. I mean, man, it's long overdue. How you feel about it?
Right. No, I love it. I love it. When I saw that, I was just like, oh man, like they should have had this like shit back in 2010s, 2011. Like it should have. This is definitely long overdue. I think they said that they had the conference on this back in 2018. So I mean, what, 7 years? So damn near almost a decade. A decade. This has been almost a decade in the works. So I think that's dope, man. I think we definitely need these. I think not just in just the gaming industry, but I just think in general. I think people, it's good to have your job protected because people feed their families and feed, get their kids through college, all that stuff through your job. So I think that's great that it can be protected. Unions is always a great thing. I know back in Detroit they have unions for plant workers and stuff like that. So I know, I think it's dope. I think it's a great thing for them to have this in place.
And one thing we need to remember though is now that this is now that this is official, that the people who join this union can always go around and do this. UVW. UVW. They got a chant now, bro.
They sure can. Bro, sure can.
I need that to be a thing, bro. The UVW chance needs to be strong. UVW chance to be strong, bro. For the workers. For the workers. No, but that's dope, man. Like I hope this is the beginning of a long fruitful partnership and also a relationship and support for workers in the gaming space. And we don't have to, and from this we don't hear about the mass layoffs from all these companies happening, and they're actually being protected, and they're not just throwing these workers away to fend for themselves, and these unions are going to actually step up and help them out. So with this union, because it's only one, hopefully this spawns more unions. Hopefully this is the first one. But you got to start somewhere, and this is a great start. So I'm happy for it. I'm happy for it.
Me too.
So with that being said, what else I'm happy for, B, is that we done got 2 decades of one of the most iconic, badass motherfuckers that ever walked the gaming world. Bruh. And he has been in this thing 20 years strong. My man Kratos.
20 years, dog. 2005.
God of War.
PlayStation 2
is turning 20 years old this year. And I just got to say, time flies. It didn't even feel like it was 20 years. But, man, 20 years, so many games. I mean, of course, you got the original Greek trilogy, God of War 1, 2, and 3. You got the Norse with Ragnarok, God of War 2016 and Ragnarok. And then you have the side games that were on like the PSP, you know, and Ascension and all the other stuff like that. So there's a lot of God of War content. But just tell me, what was your first, I guess, impression? Because I'm pretty sure you started with the first God of War. But what was your first impression when you first played God of War? Like, how did you feel when you picked up the game and you was like, okay, this about to be a whole experience?
Yeah, man, when I first played this, just from the story, like, of course, it kind of, you know, that very first game where he jumped off the ledge or whatever, cause like to pretty much try to kill himself. Yeah. And it just kind of like rewinds you back to like, okay, how you get to that point. I was like, okay, this is okay. We got some, so I'm invested into the story. So that was a hook, line, sinker. And then of course the gameplay. Of course at this time, y'all, you know, of course, you know, gameplays and stuff have been a lot crazier. But at that time, I was like, bruh, it's not super complicated. I love the combos. I love the combat in here. I like the boss fights. Like everything about it was just like, yo, this shit is crazy, man. Like this game is so nuts. Like Kratos. And look, I even, oh yeah, you didn't even see it because I admit you on Twitter. This still goes to my thing of saying Kratos is black because they showed what's my man name?
It's Ashy.
No, he's black, bruh.
I know because
they showed
he's black. He just
they showed the two guys that voiced the. What's my man that played on Living Single? Damn, I can't remember his name. He was Kyle on Living Single.
I know you're talking about. Yeah.
He voiced the first three God of War games and the spinoff games, Chain Olympics and
Ghost of Sparta
and Ghost of Sparta. Yeah, he voiced that Kratos, and of course the 2018 to now, my man's he voiced the other dude. He voiced Kratos. So both black men. Bro, Kratos is black,
bro. We all know this.
He's black.
He's black.
He's black, bro.
All right.
But yeah, man. I mean, playing this. I mean, I you know, of course, I didn't know we was gonna get all up to this point, but I was just like, man, this is Of course, this is during PlayStation 2, so I'm like, man, PS2 just keep dropping dope games. I had Devil. You know, they had Devils May Cry that year. We had Amanuense. Like, it's man, God of War was the shit. It was just such the shit, man. Coming up on this 20th anniversary kind of makes me want to play the original one, like, you know, the God of War 1, 2, and 3 and all the other spinoff games, man. Like after seeing the whole tribute to it, I was just like, man, this game was such an adventure. It's crazy. And then it just got even crazier with, you know, God of War 2018 and Ragnarok. It's just, and we're gonna get some more, you know, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get some more God of War games because the way how the story is laying out for us. So amazing game, bro. Amazing.
Yeah, man, I agree with everything you said, and I clearly remember the first time I played God of War. I was a teenager, and I was living with my sister at the time, and I think I rented it. This is back when you could still rent games. And I don't even think I heard anybody talk. I think I just saw it in the store. I don't know what I was in the game store, and the dude who was working was like, "Hey, this just dropped, and it's really good. It's called God of War. If you like, you know, action, you know, hack and slash, I'll give it a shot." So I'm sitting there, and again, we had the PS2 in the living room at the time. So I'm sitting there, and I'm playing the game, and I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Funny story. So, you know, in the first God of Wars, you could actually, like, smash, you know, in the games, right?
Yeah. And
it was, like, nudity and stuff. So I'm playing the game, and my sister walks in. She's like, what is you playing? Because she walks in. You know when they walk in at the wrong time? So she
the wrong
in
time.
When I'm in the mid of titties and smashing. I'm like, hey, I didn't know this was like this. But she was like, it was an awkward moment. But the game itself, I mean, I was always in like Greek mythology and stuff like that. So the fact that they kind of centered it all around that, I always loved seeing like the different Greek gods and how he just interacted and how his story was just crafted in the world of Sparta, and just the brutality of it, the combos, like you said, the weaponry, just the everything, just like it was never seen to that level at that point. Bro. It was literally a one of a kind game.
It's crazy.
It left you in awe, and they just kept getting better and better from 1 to 2 to 3. And after 3, I was like, I don't know where they go from here.
Right.
Then they go to Norse, and then they made it even better with Ragnarok, with the other two, with the Norse mythology. So
because at that point, 3 was hands down the best God of War. Like that was the most complete God of War that they came out at that point. So I was like, how are they gonna outdo this? And
they did twice.
bruh, when the 2008 technically God of War 4, when that shit came out, bruh, I was like, oh my God. Like, right. Yeah, that. And then fighting those Valkyries, and then you end up fighting the Queen, and it was just like.
I still remember when it was on stream, and I finally beat the Queen Valkyrie, and I popped off. Man, that was a moment, bro. And that's what I'm talking about. This franchise still gets me excited to play it like the first time I played the first God of War. Every time a God of War game comes out, I feel the same way. I'm excited. I can't wait. I want to see who's fighting. I want to see the weapons. I want to see the story. Everything about it is just so well put together. And now we're at this point where Ragnarok is gone or past, and we're wondering, well, what's the future of God of War? And some people are asking for a remaster of the first three, which I'm not mad at. I would be okay with a full 1 to 3 remaster.
Like remaster it to these current versions of God of War, but just make it's going to be the first one.
Yeah, the first 3, but just remaster and make it look nice and clean. Nice and updated on the graphics. I'm okay with that. Or if they want to go to another pantheon, I mean, they were talking about going to the Egyptian pantheon, and now Kratos gonna be in Egypt. Fucking,
I would rather them do that. I kind of don't need the remasters. I can just play the original God of Wars and still
they still hold up. Yeah, graphically maybe not as much as you would want. 3 does. 3 definitely holds up still.
Yeah, because they were still
fun to play. But
I don't. Yeah, I'd rather them just give me a next saga, because we still don't know what's going on with Kratos' son. Like we know what's going on with him, because he pretty much went off by himself, right, or whatever. So I wonder, are they going to do like a story?
Yeah, that could be a spinoff game itself. Like I think
like a Miles Morales type of game. Like let it be the son, and then that can prepare us for the next Kratos game or whatever. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
There's a lot of ways they can go with it. I'm sure Santa Monica is working on something. They can't, they know that people are waiting for the next installment of this franchise. They didn't say anything about it's gone for good or just the last one, so we know that there's something on the way. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to whatever's next. But yeah, happy 20th anniversary to God of War.
Hopefully before we get off to on that one, also too, God of War gave us one of like the most iconic moments, feelings as a gamer, because the first 3 games, we were so used to Blaze of Chaos. So when God of War in 2018 came out, we had this axe. We was like, okay, man, we got this axe. It's bad but powerful. Okay, cool. You're still thinking like, man, I think this might be our weapon for this. Like, this is a new God of War, a new look. So I'm like, okay, so in our mind, probably Blaze of Chaos is like a thing of the past. Man,
when they broke them motherfuckers out, bro.
When they broke them bad boys out, bro.
I got chills. I was grinning ear to ear, bro.
If you are a fan of God of War, I don't understand. If you didn't get chills getting those Blades of Chaos, you don't have a bone. You don't have no feeling, no type of nothing in your body if you didn't get no type of chills. No love for the game, bro. Because when you bust out those blades, we was like,
bro, like I was so hyped. And then
I wish I was streaming. I wish I was streaming that when I first happened, bro.
I streamed that shit. I was so happy. Y'all remember.
Like, man, you don't have no nerves or no feeling at all if you didn't had no type of chills when that shit happened, man. As a fan of the game, I'm talking for people who's a fan of that or that were huge fans of that game. If you didn't get no chills when that shit happened, bro, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
I'm telling you, that
shit was crazy.
That's why it's one of the greatest of all time. That's why it's one of the greatest franchises of all time, because it still gives you those feelings after all this time. You're so connected to not just the character, but the weaponry you're connected to. It's just the moments. It's just all that is just still so strong to this day. So, yeah, man.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
Do you remember any other games that gave you moments like that one?
Recently,
can you think of any?
Recently, no. Aside from like Last of Us, with just like certain moments that have happened with the characters.
Okay,
but not like
I can give you Last of Us.
Yeah,
I can give you Last of Us.
So with the character itself, but we're talking about an inanimate. We're talking about an inanimate object. We're talking about a weapon.
Yes,
they gave.
Yes,
like that's strong, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I can't. Can you think of another game that did that?
Not recently. Not recently, no.
Yeah, that's wild.
It's like a game that they brought back from like a long time. It had to be a game but I can't think of a game that they did that with recently. So yeah, I think that's all I can think about.
Yeah,
man. But yeah, happy 20th for God of War. doing the right things and continuing to do the right things. Who was not
all time
right
favorite gaming series.
Right, but let me say who's not doing the right things.
Who?
You know who? LB, not Little Brother.
Not little
Loser Brothers.
Not Loser Brothers, bro.
Warner Brothers.
They may call them Loser Brothers.
They are losers. Okay, they losers. They suck. They got rid of Multiverse. They got rid of the best shot of having a proper Smash Bros. Rival.
Yes. And now they trying their hand.
They fucking up with all the other games. Aside from Harry Potter, all the other games are being, washed away. They fucked up Suicide Squad. They pretty much gave up on Mortal Kombat 1. They only let them finish what they had to finish. They're not doing no more with Mortal Kombat 1. And now we're hearing that they had a planned kart racer, Mario Kart-esque kart racer with all of the Warner Brothers IP, sort of like Multiverses, but Mario Kart. And they had that planned, and they scrapped it. Do you understand, B, how fun that game would have been?
Would it though? Because I guess we had the same thing with Multiverse.
I'm in the Batmobile.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. I'm just saying.
Invisible jet, maybe, with Wonder Woman.
Bruh.
Okay.
You're
Rick and Morty got stuff that you could have done with, bro. Where do I start?
No. I get you. No. I completely agree with you. I'm just saying we felt the same way about Multiverse. We was like, man, all these characters that Warner Brothers can bring into the game, like, and look what happened.
The game was good.
That's what I'm saying.
The game wasn't the problem.
I know,
they should have had more. The rollout was the problem. They rolled out the game, a beta. The game was free on beta. Then they took a long ass time to really officially release the game.
Yeah, that was bad.
They didn't strike while the iron was hot, which I think they should have. And then they were giving us a lot of stuff, but I think Warner Brothers, because they were hemorrhaging money on so many other things, they just got rid of that too. I mean, I guess it was not generating money, but they put all their resources onto these games that weren't done right. If they would have just let these people cook the way they need to cook without being so involved with shit, maybe shit would be different.
And that's why I think that this probably wouldn't have worked out either. Though in hindsight, yes, the points you're making are great. Batmobile, like all these classic vehicles that we could have been, driving in the possible, kart racers.
Mystery Machine, bro. We could have been riding around the Mystery Machine.
But like you said, Warner Brothers would probably fuck that up. They probably would have fucked it up.
Because they're money hungry. And I get it because they're money hungry, so they want to charge for everything. So just like in Multiverses, like Mike Rich was saying, they were charging too much, which I agree. I was
just getting ready to ask that.
They were charging too much for these characters and these stages and all this other stuff. They should have did what Smash Bros did. All right.
I was just getting ready to ask that.
They should have just sold the game outright, and they should have had unveilings just like Smash Bros did, and keep bolstering up the roster and building a community. And keeping and going into the tournament scene and building up a real passion for the game, instead of just trying to be money grabs because they're gonna want to pay for it because blah blah blah. It's us. Nah, bro. And now they would have probably did the same thing with this game. You would probably had to pay money to get the Batmobile or the Mystery Machine. Or they would probably had you can only get the Mystery Machine for 2 weeks and then it's gone unless you pay for it. Like, they need to just just sell the game outright. Stop trying to do this whole, free to play or, PvP, whatever you want to call it shit, where it's free and then they try to charge money on the back end with all this extra microtransaction shit. That's why your games are dying. That's why Suicide Squad fucked up. That's why this game fucked. Y'all trying to go for the bag, the wrong approach. Just sell the game for the $60. Put out some DLCs at a reasonable price and call it a day. And then build a community.
And what's so sad about that Suicide Squad? It gave Rocksteady its first L. Because Rocksteady was like 100%, bro. They was batting 100%.
Bro, they was clean. Every shot was butter. And then they took their talents over to LB.
Bruh.
Well, no, actually no. They was already at LB. New management showed up. Okay, new management showed up. Fuck the whole shit up, bro. Like this, the same people who made the Arkham franchises, one of the greatest Batman series ever. They got the Suicide Squad, and they did the same dumb shit that Marvel Avengers did. Like they didn't learn from that because everybody wanted to make that money.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm telling you is this is such a wasted scenario. Like Warner Brothers is one of the rare companies that has so many iconic IPs under its umbrella to where they could have rivaled and went toe to toe with Nintendo, with Sony, with mostly Nintendo, because Nintendo's the only one doing this.
That's the big dog. That's the top dog.
Yeah, they were the one. If they would have did this the right way, because everybody else who tried, PlayStation tried it, they couldn't do it with PlayStation All Stars. Who was the other game? Nickelodeon. They tried it. Nickelodeon couldn't do it. Okay. And it's because they were so condensed into their own worlds and franchises. But the advantage that Warner Brothers had is they had the same advantage that Smash Bros had, is that they were able to cross the different generations and genres and games from all over the world. And it was the same thing for Multiverses, but they could actually use not just video game characters, real superhero characters, real people from movies and TV shows. And they had the deepest well out of anybody, and they still messed up, bro. I don't understand. Because you want to be greedy. You want to be greedy. The money's gonna come. The money will show up. But if you try to
being greedy, bro.
If you're too greedy out the gate, nobody's gonna want to pay for your shit if you keep trying to nickel and dime them every 5 seconds. And I don't get how they don't understand it. I don't get why these companies don't see this. Like, don't make games then. Just go the tried and true. Look. The biggest selling games are games that you can just buy outright. Black Myth Wukong wasn't microtransaction you, and that game was going crazy. God of War don't microtransaction you, and that game sold like crazy. And they gave you a free DLC just for shits and giggles. That was crazy good. Like these games that Spider-Man, another one, sells like crazy. Like all these games that come out and they Smash Bros. If you want to put in the same thing, Smash Bros. They just gotta Smash Bros. Is on autopilot. They just gotta say new Smash Bros. Is coming. That game is gonna fly out. That could be the best selling game of that generation. Every console generation for Nintendo since Smash Bros. Has been around since Melee. I would say since Melee, it's been one of the probably top 5 selling games easily, without even blinking.
That thing would have been out of here, bruh.
That game should have been out of here if they did it the right way. But, man, it's like... No. I'm not saying... No, Diogo, I'm not saying that the biggest selling game... Free-to-play games, of course, is GTA and Fortnite. What I'm saying is, it would have been out of here. It would have been... It shouldn't have been free-to-play, is what I'm saying. The game... Okay, if you wanted the demo to be free, yeah, because y'all took so much time. But the game, I don't even think should have been free-to-play. And you should just made a demo for people to try out, and then release the game at full price, and then charge if you want to charge for the characters, drop DLC packs and sell a DLC pack like every other game, but have a good solid base roster, which they didn't because they were interchanging rosters and sprinkling characters here and there, letting you play a character and then taking them away, like all that stuff. It added up because the game itself was fun. I enjoyed Multiverses a lot, and I was like, this is the one. If they do it right, and they didn't. And now the fact that they had this, and if Multiverses would have succeeded, this would have came right after it. They would have had this Multiverses kart racer, and it would have been just as successful if they would have did it right. But now they got another L in the book. That's all they're doing.
Another one.
And Fortnite's different though. See, the thing about Fortnite is, yeah, the V-Bucks thing. See, Fortnite was like ahead of the curve with all that stuff too. But also Fortnite, but Fortnite got the kids, bro. That's what I'm saying. Fortnite got them kids locked down, and the kids don't care about nothing about money. So that's parent money being spent on that game, mostly.
That man said it's parent money.
Bro, I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Because I know a kid will play Fortnite before they'll play a Multiverses or a Smash Bros. Because Fortnite is just it. They did it right. They got all these characters, this crossover appeal, and you know they just. It's a shooter game. Like everybody wants to play a shooter game, but it's a safe shooter game. It's not all bloody and gory, and it's kind of wacky and you know it's got weird, crazy weapons and people. and they incorporate a lot of pop culture stuff with the dances and the memes. They know what they're doing. They have a specific target audience that the money's gonna pour in, because everything else surrounding the V-Bucks thing is just a fun thing, and it's a status thing. It's like a popularity thing. Like my son, he plays Fortnite, and he shows off his Fortnite locker like it's like a shoe collection or something. That's crazy. Like oh, you know how we used to show off our
he got a wall of Jordans.
Right. He's like, no, check out my fits. Check out this, or this is drop, or they're gonna be dropping this. That's how they're wired. These kids are wired these days. So it's just like if we, like I said, we were showing off our Jordans or showing off, for music, as a music head, we're showing off like a record collection or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
So it's so I don't really like it like that, but I think this Multiverses and Warner Brothers thing is just, and I'm gonna leave it at this. It's just wasted opportunity that they had all this gold, and they
all of it. All this it's gold, so much,
and they shat on it, bro. They just shat the bed, bro. And I don't know where Warner Brothers goes from now on here, because they got Harry Potter, which is still holding on, Mortal Kombat, which I don't know what the future of NetherRealm or anything is, because I don't know if are we going to get another Injustice, or are they going to go somewhere new? Like, I don't know. And
I don't think we're going to get one.
They're shutting down studios, so it's like Warner Brothers San Diego's gone, and Player First Games is gone, and I mean,
I don't know. Man. I don't think we're gonna get one, bro. I don't think we're gonna get one. Injustice. Man. I don't think we are. So
we'll see what happens, but man, Warner Brothers. I was fucking with Warner Brothers. They was doing things right for a long time, bro. But they just over the years, man, and it's not just the gaming. It's all it's across the board for them. So we'll see what happens. But
yeah, it's unfortunate because I think we all when we first saw Multiverse, we was like, yo, man, it's even I kind of enjoy playing it. And I'm not really big on those type of games, but even I was just like, oh man, with these certain characters on here, it was
the one.
Yeah, it could have definitely. And what made it crazy, I think you mentioned earlier about the timing being perfect. Mm-hmm. Nintendo they already stopped servicing Smash Brothers. It was no more
open, bro.
It was wide open. It was wide open. Done. Yeah, it was done. It was finished. It was done serving.
And they crashed. And they messed it up. They crashed with no other people on the road, bro. How?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
With nobody on the road, bro. It's wild.
Nobody.
It's whatever, man. It is what it is. So.
Yeah.
Speaking of Smash and Nintendo, because Nintendo is cooking something for the streets very, very soon. The Nintendo Switch 2, which was announced earlier this year, the long-awaited Nintendo Switch 2 Direct will be happening next week as of this recording. So we'll talk about it definitely on the next podcast. But a little bit of news has dropped about that as far as how Nintendo plans on releasing their games, and they're going to do it in a 3-phase launch plan, which is interesting. But Nintendo's always got a plan. Nintendo's always got a plan. That's what I like. But so Nintendo Switch 2, which is 1 week from its official full reveal at the annual GDC, they're talking about how they're going to unveil these games. So the first way they're going to do it, this 3-phase plan, is they're going to just definitely focus on their first party titles. So, everybody's talking about maybe a new Mario Kart, because basically that's what they showed in there. So maybe we get Mario Kart 9, Metroid Prime, the new Metroid Prime game, probably some other great first party titles. So we're going to definitely get those launch titles that are going to be specifically first party Nintendo. And then the second stage, which is going to happen around fall, between October and November, they're going to open up the releases for the third-party studios, because they're going to be sending the dev kits, or they already, in June. So they're going to be sending dev kits to the third-party studios in June, so they can be able to develop their third-party games. So you're going to be getting those, and depending on the specs and how good the Switch 2 is, hopefully we're going to get some new third-party titles who are willing to make games for the Switch, because now it's got a little bit more power to it. So looking forward to that. And then the third phase, going into the holiday season, is probably where they're gonna announce probably some new first party titles that are gonna be some big names. Maybe we get the announcement of another Smash game. I think it's too soon for that. I think maybe year two of the Switch 2 is probably where we're gonna get an announcement for Smash. But I do probably see a new if we're gonna get a new Mario Kart at launch, and we got the new Metroid Prime, I can definitely see possibly a new Mario game at the end, announced at the end of the year. Because Mario Odyssey 2 maybe, or maybe something brand new. I'm not mad at it, but yeah, I think we should get probably either a new Mario game. I'm down for a new Donkey Kong game, a brand new Donkey Kong game, because they've been kind of holding us on the Donkey Kong. Like they've been doing a lot of remakes or re-releases of older Donkey Kong games. I think we're overdue for a brand new, and why not give us an open world 3D Donkey Kong game? They gave us a 3D open world, or not an open world, but a 3D Kirby game, which was really fun. The Forgotten Land. Like, I want them to take Donkey Kong to the next level. Let's do it. Or
okay,
bring the homie Yoshi back. Give me another Yoshi game. I'm down for that. Yoshi games be fun, but I think Donkey Kong needs to come back for sure.
Yeah, I feel like when the last time we saw a Donkey Kong game, was it anything for Switch? It was nothing on the Switch for Donkey Kong, was it?
No, the last new Donkey Kong game came out for the Wii U, I believe.
Oh man,
was it the Wii or the Wii U? One of them. I think it was Tropical Freeze, Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, and that's a fun game. My son has that game, and we played it. It's a classic side-scrolling Donkey Kong game, but I want something a little bit more. I want us to give me something more Donkey Kong this time around. So hopefully that's in the pipeline. I'm trying to think of what other first party Nintendo games, because it's too early for Zelda. We getting Metroid.
Yeah, definitely too early for Zelda.
Star Fox, I'm on the fence with, because Star Fox 64 is one of my favorite games of Nintendo game 64 games. It's in my top 5 Nintendo 64 games. Star Fox 64. I played the shit out of that game, and then I was left super disappointed with the Star Fox that they put out. I think they put out on the Wii, and I really didn't like that Star Fox game. So if they want to do Star Fox again, I want a game where I'm in the ship. I don't want to be doing all this other side shit. I want to be flying and shooting shit all the time, or you can give me a tank, but that's it. I don't want to be out here running around.
So what the hell you doing?
Running around the streets as Fox and stuff like that, doing all the other side stuff. I don't want to do all that. All right,
running around the streets.
Yeah, look, they was doing too much with the last one. F-Zero would be good too. Yeah, okay, F-Zero game would be good too. All right.
Ooh, F-Zero, man, that used to be my shit. F-Zero.
Yeah. Because I'm trying to think what other first party games we haven't had in a while that would be great to come back. Or if they bold, call up Microsoft, because y'all buddy. Give us that Banjo-Kazooie. Come on. Give us Banjo 3 finally. Do it. You scared, Nintendo? You scared? Banjo 3.
This man calling out
holding
Nintendo.
out hope, bro. It's possible. They can do it, bro. They buddy. They all buddy with Xbox now, bro, and Rare. Do it. Cross release it. Drop it on Xbox, on Game Pass, and Nintendo Switch 2. Why not?
This man trying to start violence for real.
Hey, I'm right. Real talk. I'm with it. I would like a new Kirby. They just did a new Kirby game, Christian, not too long ago, The Forgotten Land. So they just put that out, like about a couple years ago. So I don't see us getting a brand new open world. We might get like a side scrolling Kirby game, but not an open world Kirby game like the one we just had. And they had like a free like battle style Kirby game that they put out too, which was kind of fun too. So yeah, they showed Kirby a lot of love in the Switch generation. So
man, the last time I played Kirby was not whichever one that was after the Nintendo one. Did they have a Kirby on NES or was it N64? I can't even remember. I played the NES Kirby. The NES Kirby was a classic.
Yeah. I think they had one for 64. Speaking of classics too, like the Switch 2, because you think about the Nintendo Online, I think the last thing they put up, they were up to 64. I think GameCube is on there too now, right? On the online or not?
Oh, I haven't been on the online store, so I
haven't been on the online in a while. But like going into this next phase too, I hope they announce that they have GameCube if they're not already. But also, it's time for them to put some Wii games too. Yeah, GameCube and then move into the Wii generation. I feel that would be cool to bring back the because those Joy-Cons can do the same thing as the Wiimote. So you can go back and play the classic, Wii sports.
Oh yeah, you sure
That'd
can.
Yep, go back, bring back
sure
Wii,
can.
or just do another. Well, they're probably gonna rename it. Can be Wii Sports, but yeah, I mean, there's so many options they can do. So we'll see how Nintendo plays this. They got a plan. They always do. So I'm gonna be paying attention, like a lot of other people. I'm sure B will as well when they drop this direct. And they're gonna tell us. I'm mostly looking forward to what the specs are of this Switch 2, though. Like I know the game's gonna be there.
I think everybody's waiting on the specs for this.
I want to see if they get it right with the specs. I know it's not gonna be PS5, Xbox Series X graphics. We know that, but at least be on par. At least be on par with PS4 Pro. Come on. At least that.
It should be, yeah. I'm with you. It should be that. It should be that.
Now, if they want to surprise us to be like, nah, we going balls to the wall, 4K, 8K, crazy graphics. I'm like, all right, Nintendo, I'll see you. But nah, I want the games to look. I mean, Nintendo's games still look decent, but I really want them to look and feel next gen.
So, that balls to the wall. Jesus Christ,
look, bro, it's time because it's gonna sell. Look, Nintendo know what they're doing. When this Switch 2 drop, I'm already gonna get it. I ain't seen nothing about this system. I'm already copping, other than what it looked like. I'm getting
it. Man, damn well you gonna get it. What are you talking about?
They got me for life. All right, for life.
Yeah, I wasn't either until I saw Metroid was gonna be day one. I'm like, damn it, they got my ass.
Oh, brother, you know it. See, that's how they got me last time with the Zelda.
Yeah,
they know what the fuck they're doing. Now they gonna give me with Metroid Prime. They know Metroid Prime my favorite out of the Metroid Primes. They know what they doing.
They know Metroid Prime my favorite.
They know what they're doing over there. Damn Nintendo.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying. They knew because I wasn't gonna buy it, and they was like, "Bam, here goes."
Said, oh, you ain't gonna buy it? Oh, you gonna no? Listen, no, you gonna buy it, brother.
You gonna buy it, all right?
You gonna buy it? Whether you like it or not, you gonna buy it.
They were like, "Hold on, Vanilla player.
Hold on for a minute, player. We got Metroid Prime coming. You want it now? Yes, I know.
Right.
All right. So we looking forward to seeing what Nintendo does, and also we're looking forward to is the return of Game Informer. The classic, iconic magazine that was shut down over about a year, maybe 2 years ago, because they were in partnership with I think GameStop or something like that. I think GameStop shut them down.
Yep, that's what it was.
Yeah,
that's how they got shut down.
Right,
yep.
Right. GameStop said close the doors, and somebody showed up and said, nah, reopen them doors because they were bought out by a new company and they are back. And not only are they back, but the entire staff, the whole old staff.
That's
was
pretty
rehired,
dope.
Which is super dope. They went back and they brought everybody who was fired back from the original staff. That's love right there. Because they could have just hired a whole new team of people, but they said, nah, we're gonna bring back the people who were there, who know how to run the ship, and they got everybody there back. They're gonna let them run the game, run the company as they see fit. They're not gonna have their hands in the pot. Is what they say. And Game Informer is they're gonna do the digital, and they're gonna also bring back the actual physical magazines. And Game Informer is just it's synonymous with just my childhood. I had a Game Informer subscription. I had tons of Game Informer magazines. That's kind of how you knew what games were coming out. That's how you knew, read about, the behind the scenes about certain games or what's upcoming, or even get those cheat codes because sometimes they'll put in some secrets or strategies or whatever it is.
Yep.
So Game Informer, it was Game Informer and it was Game Pro.
Game Pro, yeah.
Those were the two. Those were the two magazines that you had to have if you went into the game store. If you went into, I'm dating myself, but if you went into the Funko Land or you went to EB Games or whatever.
Man, this man said Funko Land and EB Games, bro. They don't know about that.
That's back in the day, right?
They don't know about that, bro.
Yeah, they don't know about that. They don't know about that Funko Land, but But no, like those magazines were there. Those are the magazines that you would go to get your up and up on what's happening in the gaming space. And it was and Guns, I think Gunzilla, yeah, Gunzilla is the company that partnered or bought out Game Informer. So I think it's dope that they're getting a second chance. They're able to come back and do things that they were doing before under a new ownership, under new leadership, and it seems a leadership that wants them to be themselves, give them autonomy to work how they see fit, and not try to like overbear them or over control what they're doing, and just let them be what Game Informer has always been, which is a staple in gaming publications and news, and just a moment that, you know, or a presence rather, in just the gaming world and culture that we grew up on, and other generations should also be able to grow up on. So I think it's dope that they're back.
Yeah, like I said, and I agree, and I think them hiring on everyone, the original crew members, I think that's even better. I think that's even better, because we know we're gonna still have that flair, flair that we used to see from Game Informer. That was kind of like the video game version of the Source, damn near, for us back then. You know, Game Informer was pretty cool. I always used to cop a couple of Game Informers here and there. So I'm glad to see them bring that back. So when I saw that, I was like, oh snap, this is some good news.
Yeah, and also because they weren't around last year, on their website they put out all their old reviews for games that came out last year. So if you want to read any of the Game Informer reviews for like any games that came out last year, also their top 10 games of like 2024, all that's published right now on their website. So if you go to GameInformer.com, you can go ahead and check out all that stuff and see what they're saying. You can also sign up to their newsletter and be informed. It's all in their video. So watch the video, and it's pretty much just saying that they're back and they appreciate, you know, the outpour and the support of the people for sticking with them and not just letting them die off. So yeah, shout out to Game Informer. I hope they don't go away again. I hope they're around for many more years, and they continue to give us great content and continue to be that fixture in the gaming space. But
yes, I agree. I agree.
That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for part numero uno.
All right, so, you know, as always, thank you guys listening. Thank you guys for watching us live. But if you're watching us live, you're going to get the part 2 of this episode, where if you're listening or you watching us on YouTube every Friday, you won't get that until next Friday. So part 2, we're going to go over our most iconic weapons. Most iconic weapons in gaming. We got 32 of these things created by Granddad Willie himself. 32 of these things. So we about to do a bracket, go over that. So if you want to listen to that, you know, you just got to wait till next Friday. But like I said, if you got to catch our live streams, man, twitch.tv/DeadEndGamingATL. We try to be on time. We were on time for the most part, but hey, we was great timing tonight. You know what I mean? You know, we got everything going. Hey. And yeah, so for those that's where you get your podcast, as always, appreciate you. We will see y'all next week. Peace.
Peace out, y'all.